Welcome back to FTB Infinity Expert Mode. I'm CZSurvivor, and today we're going to be moving the blood altar over to here. It's going to fit nicely in this area, but first I have finished the wither skeleton farm. So, glitchy on that wire, if I flick this lever up here, it's only temporarily a lever. I'll set up an ME level emitter to keep it working, but it's going to automatically kill withers. Now, I spent quite a while trying to figure out if I could get a beheading sword that would function as a 100% chance to behead, but also be one hit. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that to work, so we've just got 90% chance to behead with a 100% chance to kill, which is good enough for me, so we nearly get 100% wither skulls. So yeah, that's that. Also, I think I forgot to mention that I've made a magnum torch last episode. So yeah, magnum torch stops mobs from spawning, meaning I don't have to light things up. It also means that mobs don't spawn on top of here, or I can't light up, which helps. Also, it's going to be one video a week from now because I've got exams. I forgot to mention that last episode as well. So yeah, now I've got all that out of the way, it's time to move that big blood altar. Ooh, that's going to be some work. So here's the blood altar. So what I'm thinking is we move the bit underneath first, the mob killing section. So that involves us removing this ritual thing. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll be back once I've ripped out the mob spawning thing. Oh, that's going to be fun, lighting it up without getting killed. Oh wait, I do have that. That'll make life easier. Right, back in a bit. Right, so I've actually moved the entirety of the blood altar and or the spawning system beneath it. I also removed all the cursed earth from my other mob spawner because I will not be needing that anytime soon, and we actually have enough arcane stone, which is nice, 4 left over, which is good. Put that to good use sometime. So we'll be constructing it here in a second. Also, I forgot to mention that how this thing works over here. If I click on here, it's got a charge item filter, and it looks at the RF, and it says, in this case, if the RF is less than 25%, pull out, else leave it in there. And we've just got another cleaver with 90% chance to behead. I spent ages trying to figure out a thing that would get 100% chance to behead with a 100% chance to insta-kill. You can probably guess I didn't figure it out. So that's what we got, 90% chance. So I'm going to start constructing the blood altar here, and then we'll go back. There's a rough scale of what the altar is going to look like. It's going to need a bit more to it. For example, I need to apply some lights to it so no mobs spawn. It's going to be a bit higher than this because we're going to have the extra layers on it, but this is roughly what it's going to look like. So I think that, if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, that's right. So back once I've grabbed the rest of the stuff. Right, so that does kind of look a bit epic how that looks. That's the structure mostly. We just need 4 more blocks to stick on top of them, and then the rest is just blood runes around the edge here. And that's going to be decisive thing. I need to figure out how I'm going to go from level to level, but for now, that's how it's going to look, and I kind of like it. Does look nice. So next step is to go underneath and attach the killing chamber, which is going to be fun. So I'll be back once the killing chamber has been erected. Right, so there is the ritual, fits nicely here, which is good. Now I'm just thinking, how do I want this to actually sit, this spawn room? I'm thinking I want it as large as possible. And I go as large as possible. Do I want a layer of blocks beneath this, so layer of blocks would come out underneath here to this? Yeah, that's just a good idea. So after looking on the wiki, things were a bit confusing about the size of the Well of Suffering, so I quickly popped into a test world, did a bit of experimenting. It actually works in a 21 by 21 diameter square, well, 21 square, yeah, centered on the Master Ritual Stone. So that's all the way out here, and it apparently works 10 up, 10 down. I didn't test that actually, so I've just put it here. So it's going to be this size, just coming up onto the edge of the blood altar. I think that was deliberate, make it as big as the blood altar. So that means if we build this out, we should be good for the blood altar. Right. So this is what it kind of looks like with this little metal box strutting out beneath. Kind of looks so technical, yet not. And yeah, I think this is going to work. So if I go get some more dark glass, we'll be able to see inside and watch the mobs slowly and steadily be brutally murdered to death. Because why not? Oh, that sounds so evil and maniacal. More dark glass. This is expensive. Dark glass is not cheap. 1, 2, 8, I believe, is 2 stacks. Right, I'm back. So I've discovered that 4 Hauppauges are far more than enough than what we need. They all overlap in the middle, and they all overlap with the edge up to here. Just, I don't know why I did it like that, so I know for sure that it covers the whole thing. They have quite the range, and I put them down here to give us a bit of space. So now it's time to insert the cursed earth, which is going to be fun. So how much curse? We have 271. I'll leave 15 behind. Always want to keep some backups. So this is where joyous failure is about to implore. I could throw down light inside, or I could just go for it. Guess we'll just go for it actually. No point in being efficient. Being smart, we want speed. No, my creeper. No, okay, I'm out of dirt. Right, go to plan B. Dirt the thing. I do have my super range, so I can abuse that to beat these mobs. Come on. Just stay out of the line of sight and they can't hurt you. Yeah, this is going to be easy. Right, I'll be back once I filled it in. Thought something interesting might have happened. So let's activate the ritual. Come in there. And watch them all die. Oh, it's satisfying. Oh, you spider. Hi, spider. The good thing is, Enderman can spawn in here. So now we need to set up a... I forgot its name. It will come to me. Storage drawer system under here. One of these things to store all the mob drops. So, I now have the thing set up, as you can see if we come down here. So it's currently storing items, and what I am just about to do is add the void upgrade to all of these. So once they become full, can I... Yes, I can do that. Just click on that to drop things in. It will store them. So, got Hauppauge putting items into chests, and then they're being pulled out by the item conjurers, which is nice. So it's storing these up. Unfortunately, we haven't picked up any other mob jobs yet, but I'm sure they'll come eventually. Now what I need to do next is, by spider, is add a roof to this so spiders can't do that because it is slightly annoying. Something is just oddly satisfying about that. All in sync dying. But anywho, time to pretty up this bit up here and make it look a bit more menacing, I think. Sounds like a good idea. Glitchy items. Right, so there's all the blocks inserted, all the stairs, and I like how it looks. I'll eventually go sticking everything else, but for now, that's how it's going to be laid out. I still need to decide on what some of these things need to look like, unfortunately. But hey, so what I'm going to now do is move over the altar from Formcraft. So, I'll be back in a sec once I've done that. So, the altar has been slapped in the middle to do everything, and I think the next step is to create a couple layers worth of skulls underneath. So, off to the Overworld to collect a barrel full of skulls. Just casually brought over a barrel full of creeper heads, literally, and we're going to start laying them down here. Just got a nice large area for this to work in, and this will just make our altar incredibly stable. So I'll be back once I've skullified the area, if that's a word. Yeah, we've got a nice collection of skulls there, haven't we? Slightly just that odd thing when you look at it and move fast past it. I think that should be stable enough for what we need. So now, yeah, creepers, we can work on automating Alumentum production, because that's what we're going to be using in Formcraft. Right, so I have just remembered that I need to create a mob grinder and stick it over here nice and quickly. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get power over to it. I think that's facing the wrong way. Here it is. You can tell by thing mob grinder. And I've also remembered that I want to do something else before I do the thing that I said I was going to do before. So if I shift right click, you can see the area that it works in. Now it needs some form of power. That wire ain't going to work, so that's an input. What we're going to be doing is working up creating auto mana infused ore from silver. So first of all, I want to do this. The thing's made of glass, so we don't have the fire and snow appear. Next of all, I want to put the factory manager here, and I want actually ooh. Now that I think about it, actually, I want that there. I want a cable and a chest. I want one chest and one cable. Yoink, you there, and I want that there and that there. I want to tell the system to do that with a craft, and now to do a bit of block coding. Right. So we can now set up a mana infused ore craft. So I'm going to craft 9 of them. Hello, why are you crafting something, system? Apparently you're already crafting some. Okay, let's try that again. Mana. Let's do 9 of them and go. And the system should start just automatically making them and breaking them. You did it before. Oh, ha! Might help if I actually connect the final thing. Oh, output, inventory, output. Ooh, 1 second. Right, so I just simply specified down here on the output, inventory, silver ore, specify amount 1, so it only ever outputs 1. So basically I've got a little condition here. Condition, if there's no block there, take an item out of the chest, put it there. And the other one is, if there's a mana infused ore there, break it, place it in the ME interface, which is nice, so we can automatically produce mana infused ore. So the whole thing with Draconic Evolution, it's practically automated, which is nice. I like that. Right, so what we want to do is some automated alchemy. So if I remember correctly, we want something like this. Yep. And then we can make the automated alchemical construct. Did you not want to charge them? Are you charging? You are, it's just visually glitched. Yay, we love visual glitches. So, I'm thinking we put it over here. Seems like a good spot. So put that there, and that there. Then we just whack it with the wand. Then we want to come underneath, put you there to heat it, so some nitro beneath it, or some lava would do, or some fire. Next of all, we want to tell it how to do this craft. So if we look at the production of Alumentum, we need 3 Ignis, 3 Perditio, 3 Potentia. Well, if I remember correctly, coal and charcoal, coal, we'll probably go charcoal actually, so I'll ask for 64 of that, just make me a bunch please, system. Is 2 Potentia, 2 coal. So, now that we've got that, let's get, do we just want a chest, or do we want a barrel? Nice big barrel of it, yeah, barrel, 1 barrel full. And we need some cobble. We'll take a stack. I also need to go get, actually I don't need to get it, I need to make it a void jar. Because it's important. There we go, 1 void jar. So I've just remembered that I also need a label, but we can do without that for now. Actually, this might actually be a slightly awkward spot now that I think about it. You know what might actually be better? If we have 1 here, yeah, 1 here and 1 to the left. Yeah, so that there, you there, and you there. Click on you. Do this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we want a jar here. Yeah. And then we want an essential tube to go here. So, first of all, let's burn up a bunch of cobble in that one and charcoal in that one. And we need to go get some labels. These labels that I casually stole from my Overworld base. We want to label this, 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 and this. Conveniently, everything went to where I wanted it to go. So into here shall go Terra, and we'll just stockpile it there, because why not? So, next of all, we want to put in some form of catalyst, such as some more charcoal, because I accidentally burnt all my charcoal. So, charcoal. Nice, and arrows. Get out my inventory. Nighthawk can go. I didn't want to do that. One of you. Nice. So we put down here that, and we put that there. We lock it. Underneath here, we tell the system we want that to go there. Don't do anything else. Next of all, we need to tell the system how to automate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an ME interface here, or a crafting card in here. I want it to keep a stack of charcoal there. I want it to keep a stack of cobblestone there. Next of all, I want to punch a hole here, and here, and here. We'll go up the side here. So we'll connect this up somehow in the future, and we'll put an ME storage bus here. Down we go. Next of all, we want to grab some conduits, actually. Conduits to move the items. So, conduit, conduit, conduit. We need a bunch of it. Conduit. We do not have enough. I need another 6. Let's go. Right, so, I've just quickly hooked up one of them. This is producing the Ignis and Potentia, which will go in here. We also need to pull out a connection from the back. I'll need some of that ME conduit stuff. ME conduit. There you go, one of you. That'll do nicely, and we'll slap you here. Like so. So we can slap this, this, and this, and we need another one. Great. We need one more cable, but for now this will do. So we want this to insert. We'll kidnap a piece of charcoal from here, stick it in there, set that as the filter, and that should it only allow this out is the question. always active. Will it take cobble? Yes, it will. Right, time to filter the input. Filter. Goodbye. No more cobble. Just want charcoal going in there. Whitelist. Whitelist. Oh, good. Well, we got cobble everywhere. Go. Goodbye. Good, so that'll start filling up with cobble. For now, this will run charcoal. In the future, I'll switch this over to Alumentum, probably. Or probably not, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Right, I need one more content. So we have everything running now. We now have the spur jar of terror for whatever we'll use it for. I don't know. But hey, everything's working. We're now stockpiling a bunch of Alumentum for use in the future. Maybe it's a hand grenade to blow something up, I don't know. But anywho, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, hit that like button. Got any comments, questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll answer if possible. New channel, hit that like button to stay up to date. Stay well, and Survivor out. I love that Z fighting on the Alumentum on that jabber barrel. It is so wonderful. Not. Get it right.